The last couple of days here in Sydney have been unbearably hot. But speaking of hot, we're going to be reacting to Lisa's new song, FUTW. Well, it's actually an abbreviation of the title, and we're not going to say the full title here because this is supposed to be a family-friendly channel, you know? Now, this song, I believe, was released at the same time that her album dropped, Alter Ego, and we've been hyping this album up for so long now. We've been so excited to hear it, and I've been trying to hold myself back from any spoilers or anything like that. I've just been saving myself up for reacting to them here with you guys. Now, we are back to the webcam today. Unfortunately, my better camera is being packed away. As you guys know, I'm headed to Japan literally in a couple days. And to be honest, I've been procrastinating. I should be packing my bags. I've barely done that. And now we've got another reason to procrastinate. We've got a new Lisa video. And I just wanted to point out that it is the Vixi solo version, because I believe on the actual album, there is a version of the song featuring Future. Now, it's interesting that she's decided to go with an alternate version of the song for the music video, because maybe Future couldn't star in the video, or maybe Lisa just wanted it to be more about herself because this is her release. This is her massive moment, because in the past, she hasn't done an album this big, like a solo album this big. So this is huge stuff here, guys. Now, I don't know about you guys, but she's doing so many cool things lately, like releasing a comic book, which I had to immediately purchase because I want to check that out. You guys know that this channel is all about that kind of stuff, you know, creativity, pop culture, music. You know, she's essentially hitting all our content pillars with all the stuff that she's been putting out lately. And I believe Vixi is one of her multiple personalities that this whole, you know, alter ego thing is supposed to be focusing on. And I remember she also did a personality test thing, which I tried out to figure out which alter ego you are, essentially. And some of you may have seen my previous video where I was sort of looking at the different versions of the photo book covers for this album. And I think the one that I purchased was the Kiki version, which is the blue and pink one. But when I did the personality test thing, I'm pretty sure I got Vixi as my result. So with that being said, that must mean this song will really resonate with me. So without me rambling on too much longer, let's get our headphones on and check it out. Hopefully this time we don't have any issue with our first initial reaction. If you guys remember, the last time we reacted to a Lisa video, we lost it. We lost the footage, which was, I think it was for Born Again, which is a slapper, by the way. I've been listening to it so much more recently. Anyways, I gotta stop. I gotta get into this video now. So here we go.
Well, I can't let you go without showing you cell block D.
Oh.
It's where we house our most serious and disturbing patients.
What's going on here?
In particular, cell 13 is very fascinating. Take a look for yourselves.
Okay. Nah. No, what the? Wow. I feel like I have this kind of reaction every time I check out a Lisa video. I thought Lisa was being shown around this prison, right? But it turns out she was in the actual jail cell. I've stopped this way too early. Otherwise, this happens all the time. Also, if it looks like I look like melted ice cream right now, that's because I mentioned earlier that it is really hot. The last couple of days here has been so hot. I don't know if it's the weather or the heat trapped in this room, or maybe it's just me watching this video. But let's just dial it back real quick, because something I wanted to point out is originally I thought that they were bringing Lisa in to the jail. I can't really tell. No, I don't think it's her. But it's super funny that they started off with Lisa being the one that's in the prison cell. And this is kind of reminding me of a superhero film. And I wonder if that's got anything to do with the fact that she's doing her own comic and stuff. I wonder if there's some tie-ins here. We've seen in previous Lisa videos, in the promotional videos and stuff, there's a lot of Easter eggs and references to Marvel things, which makes me really happy because I love Marvel. And even this shot here, just the way that they've started this video feels like a very superhero Marvel movie. You could argue DC even, but you know, we're not fans of DC. And it's funny though, because it's usually this trope that you're walking into a jail cell and you see all these crazy deranged people in there, and then usually the worst cell is the one that's right at the end. They'll bring the people in and take them to the end of the cell. And the funny thing is, in this scene, it's the very first cell that he's this is the most interesting one. Right near the entrance. Usually it's towards the end. But it's kind of interesting here. We've got the cellmates. They're all in sort of red jumpsuits rather than, the typical orange. And I think that's something to do with the Vixi thing as well, because I think Vixi was heavily using reds in the promotional video. So yeah, super well thought out visuals, I mean, right off the bat. And then the music kicked in, great sort of intro beat. It really also does feel like a song that you would have in a film, especially like an action-packed film, whether it be a superhero film or whether it be whether it be like an FBI or CIA type thing. It does definitely feel like something like that, and I'm keen to hear the rest of it. I think we should start it again from the beginning because I've been rambling on too much. I always get excited about what Lisa's doing in the music space, and as a graphic designer as well, she's nailing all the visuals. So great music, great visuals, and just everything she's doing, like the comic book. I can't wait to check that out. I wonder what it's all about. All right, let's start it again.
Well, I can't let you go without showing you cell block D. It's where we house our most serious and disturbing patients. In particular, cell 13 is very fascinating. Take a look for yourselves.
I wonder if the 13... I'm looking at the writing on the... Yeah, I was wondering if 13 had any kind of meaning. Lisa's crazy laugh too. Oof. Oh, is it? This must be a link to the comic book. This is going so hard right now. Oh, the editing on this. Okay. Proper villain? Oh, woo, woo, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Wow. Wow. As a Marvel fan, as a Lisa fan, as a visual and music person, this is ticking off so many boxes right now. And there's so much I want to talk about, but I don't want to ramble on too much because we're very limited for time. But in that last minute that we just watched, there are so many different things that I want to pick out from the different frames, but I don't want to spend too much time talking about it now. So maybe towards the end of the video, we'll sort of dial it back and look at the different frames as we wrap up this video, because there's a lot of interesting things going on and I kind of want to talk about it. But I really love this whole energy. The beat's massive. Lisa's rapping on top as always. Chef's kiss. And yeah, I love the whole superhero trope of it all, you know, except she's talking about being a villain, and it was cool seeing her drink the alcohol like that and just throwing it away. This is one of those things where it's like, you know, as a comic book fan, for the most part, you want, you know, the superheroes to defeat the villain and rescue the people. That's typically what you would want in an everyday scenario of a comic book. But with me watching this, I actually want the villain to win. It's like watching Avengers Infinity War and like cheering on Thanos. I want villain Lisa to win, just to win 2025 in general and beyond. Just completely just... I don't know what this video is doing to me, guys. Let's continue reacting, guys, before we get carried away. AE Chemicals. I like the animated parts as well. That's so cool. This red hair is really cool, actually. She's playing Helldivers too? No way! Oh my goodness. And the PlayStation product placement. Okay. My bear went bosses tumbling. High currency, I'm thumbing it. Oh, you thought I went hard, I'm upping it. 13 again. Looking real healthy. All of my carrots, give them a look. Oh, but that time it's 6. I can't believe this, man. This is like one of the best videos I've actually ever seen. This is probably better than a lot of, dare I say it, Marvel films that I've watched. I would never usually say something like that, just so you know. The visuals on this are so good. And we're not kind of just staying in one place either. Like, we've got obvious scenes throughout this video, different costume changes. It's not just like a long long-winded dance video. Like, we've got some kind of story to this. We've got so many fun things happening. I really want to talk about it frame by frame, as I said, when we get to the end. But wow, this is so fun. I'm just like, so many scenes that just really stick out to me, that just get me so excited. And it was interesting just before the scene where there was the whole product placement of the PlayStation and she was playing Helldivers 2. Absolutely fun game. I've got footage of that I want to post at some point, but we'll get there eventually, maybe after the Japan trip. But there was also rumors going around where apparently Lisa was going to start up a Discord server too. So I feel like we're seeing an even more different side to Lisa as well. We haven't really seen much of this gamer Lisa. I would like to see more of that. Like, I'm an avid gamer myself. And even in that short moment where we witnessed Lisa quote unquote gaming, because it kind of was just for a video, right? But in that short moment, it's like, okay, can we delve into this more? Can we see more of this? Like, if she does do a Discord server, I'll be super excited to join that. That would be so fun. Like, especially if she does something like community games as well. Oh my goodness, that would be so fun, guys. But yeah, let's continue reacting to this one. I woke up maybe like a couple hours ago. Well, I was like forcing myself to wake up, actually, because I had so many alarms set and I just wasn't getting up. But I was like, you know what? I have to get up. I have to react to this, and we're going to do that. But first, let's dial it back.
I'm up in it. I don't do generic. London and Paris, looking real healthy. All of my carrots, give them a look, now got them all staring. Give me the crown, so might as well wear it. Woke up in that mode again. Please don't call my phone again. Walking God's in havoc. Yes, that is a habit. Bad, I'm tragic. Woke up feeling like. I think I just might. Woke up feeling like. I think I just might.
This goes so hard, man. Spray paint. Whoa. Speedy. Oh, is that the end of the song? Was it all in her head? Is that why she's in the jail? Directed by Christian Breslauer. You, my friend. Awesome job on the video. I love great design on credits. Wow, a lot of people worked on this one. How good was that? Let's break down the visuals a bit here. I don't usually do this at the end of a reaction, so this is going to be a little bit different. Kind of want to just go through certain bits frame by frame and then just talk about my little thoughts. So first thing I want to kind of look at here is this scene, this sort of frame here. I feel like it's a very interesting way that they've framed this shot. They've got Lisa right in the middle, and then you've got two halves of this jail cell. One half is like completely chaotic. There's heaps of this sort of writing on the wall. We see Vixi here. We see alter ego pretty much everywhere. Vixi again on the left there. The title of the song, Bunny? Speedy. Okay, there's a couple of Easter eggs there, and it's interesting as well that her outfit is kind of halved. So I wonder if this is supposed to represent like two sides of a brain, or again, an alter ego. Like, there's one side of her that's like super chaotic, but then there's another side of her that's like perhaps more clean, but at the same time, in a way, it's kind of like a poker face, right? If you were just to solely think about the right side, it might represent how you show yourself on the outside, you know, someone that's cool. I mean, on the right side, her outfit is all red. You have to be an extremely confident person to rock a entirely red outfit out in public. I've done it before. I've got a red suit somewhere in my wardrobe. Not everyone can wear a red suit. I guess in a way, the right side is kind of like more of your composed self, the side of you that you probably show off more to the world. And on the other side, there's kind of like all this chaos and things that are probably going on inside your brain. Probably a side of you that you don't really show to many people, but maybe, just maybe you want to show people that side of you, because you got to think about the way that Lisa is positioned in this frame as well. So she's kind of sitting down. I can't actually see the chair or anything that she's sitting down. If she's just kind of like floating there like that, that's kind of funny. But if you notice, her socks, now you guys probably want to buy those, but if you notice, both of them are dirty, right? So in a way, it's kind of like part of her chaotic side is traveling across to the other side. Maybe she does sprinkle a little bit of chaos on her more normal side, or maybe it's a sign that the chaos is starting to come out of her, or maybe completely take over her. And maybe that's why we go into her brain for a bit and see all of those scenes that are going on inside her mind. But yeah, I mean, I got all of that just from this one frame, so you can tell that I wanted to talk a lot about this video. Let's move on a little bit. I don't exactly know what the relevance of these guys are. I mean, they go into the jail to see Lisa. Perhaps if there's another music video after this one, maybe they'll be in a continuation story. It'll be really cool to see more of this cinematic Lisa-verse. This part with Lisa doing the whole evil laugh is kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of the Joker, you know, from Batman films. Even the way that this was all edited reminds me of Harlequin and stuff like that. Very Joker-esque, very DC. So I think it's really cool that she's kind of leaning into these sort of comic book tropes and like painting herself in this video as a bit of a villain character. Maybe she's talking about a side of her that she doesn't really like, or maybe she's coming to terms with it. She has to accept that there is this part of her, and maybe that all links back to the whole alter ego thing. Of course, we had these cool dance scenes at the start. Don't have too much to say about the dances themselves, but yeah, the choreography of it is all done really well. And of course, once she breaks out of the cell, she's gone to the whole red outfit now, so she's lost that whole chaotic side. Maybe because like when she's dancing, this is what people know her for. They know her for the rapping, they know her for the dancing, but they don't know the chaotic side. And maybe again, that's what she wants to show us here. Then we get to this kind of scene here where she's kind of, I don't know what's going on here, but I think everything in this scene is very strategically placed. It looks like there's some kind of bucket in the background there with dirt spilt everywhere, and then you've got this sign, this glowing sign in the background that says therapy in session. Now I don't know if Lisa is trying to say that she's a therapist, perhaps, who knows. I mean, Lisa's music does make us feel better, does cheer us up, does get us thinking. Right? You know, like I'm thinking a lot more, especially with this video. There's so many things to talk about. So she's sort of gassing herself up with this sort of mysterious substance here. She's sitting in front of this patient, I guess, and then she blows everything she just inhaled into his face, and for some reason a hand with his heart comes out of his torso. And then I wonder, because we're getting the POV shot here, I wonder if that's representative of who we are as the listeners. She's sort of blowing her music onto us, her personality, everything that we kind of love about Lisa, and then we all just want to like give her our hearts, you know. And it's a third hand as well, so I'm not sure if that's someone else, you know, reaching into our backs and giving our hearts to her, or if she's got like a clone in there that's doing that. But I guess this is the Lisa therapy room, huh? Would be really interesting to get therapy from Lisa, I think. Moving on, it was interesting as this scene progressed, the visuals were sort of changing between real and sort of cartoon footage, which may link to the whole comic book thing that she's doing, but I thought that was very interesting. It's a very interesting way to tie in both the comic, and it cycles through different looks as well. So I think that those are supposed to be the different alter egos that Lisa is trying to portray. Maybe she's interrogating us, or person in the seat, with the different personalities of herself. So I wonder what kind of significance that means for us as the viewer to be sort of interrogated by these different alter egos of Lisa. But regardless of that, really cool visuals. And then we get this scene here, which takes us out of that seat, and I think it's confirming what I said before of the third arm reaching into our back to get the heart out. So I think there's some kind of like intentional messaging there. Like Lisa really wants us to enjoy her music, really wants us to follow her personal brand in a way. And if you notice her fingers, they've added some sort of dark stuff to it, and along with the red, that is very reminiscent of Scarlet Witch. And if you guys watch WandaVision, that was all about controlling people and keeping everyone inside this hex, because Wanda wanted to have like this sort of perfect life, and maybe that's sort of a similarity there. She wants to control us all, maybe like a villain. But just imagine being in that seat right there. I mean, and then it cuts back to this scene. The way that they've sort of edited the camera view coming out from his mouth, she's touching his tongue. I think the proportions are slightly off, but it's kind of like a movie kind of thing. Like, you know, the CGI is supposed to be off, but it's not something that like takes away from the video at all. It's just fun stuff, and I'm enjoying breaking this video down. As we move on, we see Lisa in this kind of different look, completely different look actually, and it's just awesome. Like the visuals on this just are absolutely amazing. There seems to be a lot of reference to this AE chemicals thing, and there's this orange smoke that she was sort of inhaling before, and AE chemicals, I'm guessing, stands for alter ego chemicals. So maybe this is an entire company that is trying to feed us the different personalities of Lisa. Love the shot, honestly. This that's amazing. Come on, this shot as well, so good. I could say so much about the shot, but I'll leave that up to your imagination. You probably know exactly what I'm thinking. But let's move on. I really like this scene as well. I mean, you pretty much got her standing on top of lava. I don't know if it was real lava or not. It could just be glowing mozzarella cheese for all we know. But you got to remember, right? Lava is some of the hottest stuff in the world, and she's standing on top of it. That's a statement in itself, right? Hotter than lava. Hotter than lava. So we're approaching the part now where it's the PlayStation product placement. I don't know if Sony sponsored this video. They probably did. I didn't actually see in the credits anywhere, but they probably did. And in particular too, Helldivers 2, that is an extremely fun game. I'm so glad they had her playing that and not something like Animal Crossing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, this is a personality that I like to see. Now, if we look around the room itself, like in this setting that she's in, it's sort of further emphasizing her whole villain personality. But at the same time, she's also enjoying her life. She's finding a break, even though she's planning all this stuff that's going on in the background. She's managing to find some time to play games. That's also something that's really important about hustle culture, or whether you are just a busy person in general. We've got so many things going on. It's so important to have that sort of time to yourself. We can have some fun and just enjoy yourself. I know too many people nowadays that kind of just detach from all that. They're kind of like, oh, I'm too old now for gaming. I can't, gaming is not for me anymore. Are you sure about that? Some of you will say something like that, but then end up going to the cinemas every other weekend with your family and watching some like cheesy kids film, or maybe watching the latest Marvel movie. You know, if you guys still have the appreciation for that kind of stuff, surely you would still have the appreciation for games. And I feel like if you just hard cut it out of your life, you're just getting rid of a whole side of your personality. And maybe that even connects back to what we were talking about at the start of the video, where there was the two split personalities of Lisa. So really, I feel like in this video, there's so many statements that are being made, and maybe some of them might have slipped your mind as you watched it. Most of you guys were probably just watching it for the music and seeing Lisa because, you know, it's Lisa. But there are some really intentional things that have been placed around through this video that I'm sure she wants us to find as well. This is just from an initial reaction too. Like, I'm just seeing all this stuff in almost every frame of the video. There's something that I can just drag out and like sort of connect it to something. She's got these really cool glasses on too. I guess that's for the whole supervillain look. I think this whole scene here with the controller is a bit of a joke. Like, I think it's intentional, sort of making fun of the whole stereotype of girls just kind of like button mashing. Like, you probably expect her as a gamer girl to be button mashing and whatnot, but she's having a lot of fun playing Helldivers 2 here, but it seems. See, like, look at her face. She's enjoying herself. Like, we love a girl gamer that is playing things beyond just like the cozy game. Like, if you're a girl gamer and you can play COD or whatever and you're really good at it, that's like instant respect. So there's this as well, which tells us that we're going to a different scene. It's an auction. She's got a completely different look for the auction. Really cool. Really love the sort of braided hair there. She's got this sort of grill on, which is the title of the song, abbreviated, of course. The lift scene is really cool. Again, sort of a bit of a callback to the Captain America lift scene. You can make all kinds of like Marvel connections to this, like even spy films, the bomb. It's really cool that she just walks in there like that. Explosion. I'm still not sure what the 13 means. Is there 13 songs on the album? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the 6 that we see later on is like, there's going to be a 6th single. Who knows? Maybe some of you guys know in the comments, so please do let me know if I've missed anything. But yeah, it looks like she wants to get that crown there, and yeah, it suddenly turns into this sort of like rave, which is really cool. I like the collars and everything with the glow lights. More dancing, which is great. Great choreography as usual. But I just want to pick out things that stuck out to me. This scene here is really cool too. Her outfit is amazing. Really giving that sort of that's a very funny freeze frame. But we're really kind of getting this sort of villain side of Lisa, which does kind of remind me of Harlequin a lot, as I mentioned earlier. But yeah, overall, this has been an amazing video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed reacting to it. And if you enjoyed my reaction to it, please do smash the like button. Subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this. I do reaction videos to songs a lot, especially international artists, because I like seeing what other people around the world are doing. I don't always break down videos into this much depth, but today I thought I might as well. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, comment down below on your thoughts of the song. Have you listened to the whole album yet? I still have to do that. I don't want to rush it, so I've been kind of putting it off a little bit. I listened to a little bit of Elastigirl. I got about halfway through it and I was like, oh no, I can't. I need to like react to this or something. Or maybe I'll just do like a album review. I've never really done an album review before, so maybe that could be some kind of content. I do remember a couple of comments on other videos you guys have asked for album reviews, so maybe that's something I can look into. But for now, we're going to wrap this one up here. I've got to pack my bags for Japan. So unfortunately, we probably won't have many videos coming out while I'm away. But I hope you guys stick around, stay tuned, because there will be more to come as soon as I get back. But until then, bye for now.